Genesis does not begin with light. It begins with darkness. The earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep. Genesis 1:2. Before beauty, before order, before life, there was chaos. Why? Why would a perfect God begin his creation story in disorder? Why not start with light? Why begin in the deep? Genesis 1:2 uses two powerful Hebrew expressions. The earth was tohu and bohu, translated, formless and empty. But those words carry weight. They imply wasteland, desolation, uninhabitable space. The same phrase appears again in Jeremiah 4:23. There, it describes a land under judgment, a world undone. Is Genesis describing raw potential? Or something ruined? Then comes another word. The deep. In Hebrew, tahom. It means the abyss, the great depth, primordial waters. Ancient Near Eastern cultures often described chaos as deep waters. But Genesis does something different. It does not personify the deep. It does not worship it. It simply places it under God. Darkness was over the surface of the deep. Notice something. Darkness is mentioned before light exists. This is not evil darkness. It is pre-light darkness. Absence. Silence. Stillness. Then something moves. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Hovering. The Hebrew word implies movement. Like a bird over its nest. Not distant. Not absent. Present. Active. Before light shines, the Spirit moves. Before order forms, the Spirit hovers. Before God speaks, God is near. Some scholars see this as poetic structure. Others see it as theological statement. The deep is not rival to God. It is beneath him. Chaos is not opponent. It is material. Waiting. But the question remains. Why describe creation as beginning in formlessness? Why not immediate perfection? Because Genesis 1 is not just about creation. It is about transformation. Look carefully at the pattern. Formless. Then formed. Empty. Then filled. Days 1 to 3 bring structure. Days 4 to 6 bring fullness. Genesis 1:2 is the problem. Genesis 1 is the solution. This pattern echoes throughout Scripture. Darkness before deliverance. Chaos before covenant. Exile before restoration. Even in the New Testament, the tomb before resurrection. Remember John 1. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. And then John says, the light shines in the darkness. Genesis begins with darkness. John begins with light entering darkness. The pattern repeats. Perhaps Genesis 1:2 is more than cosmology. Perhaps it reflects the human condition. Formless. Empty. Covered in darkness. And the Spirit still hovers. Waiting to bring order. Notice what the text does not say. It does not say darkness overpowered. It does not say chaos resisted. It simply waits. Until God speaks. But there is still a mystery. Where did the deep come from? If God created the heavens and the earth in verse 1, why does verse 2 describe the earth as unformed? Is this a time gap? Is this sequential development? Is it poetic narrative? The Bible does not explicitly say. And that silence invites reflection. Modern cosmology speaks of a universe that began in high entropy, unstructured energy, expanding, cooling, forming over time. Genesis speaks of formlessness becoming formed. Different language, but an intriguing parallel. Picture it. Dark waters, infinite silence, the Spirit hovering. And then, a voice. And God said, "Let there be light." But what is this light? If the sun does not exist yet, what exactly breaks the darkness? In our next episode, we confront the first command and the mystery of light before the sun.